Picture a woman in a muddy Voronezh evacuation camp, summer 1942, her hands raw from scrubbing hospital sheets under a canvas tent. By day, Maria, 28, blends with 5 washerwomen, her face hidden under a scarf, lie burning her skin. At night, she slips through reeds to a forest 2 km north, her boots sinking in mud, heart pounding. Laundry wires, twisted into a 5-meter antenna, hum with her R105 radio's static, a lifeline to partisans 20 km away. Her Morse code whispers coordinates, saving 200 wounded from Luftwaffe bombs. This 6th from the laundry was a secret operator in WW2's chaos. By watching, you'll uncover her daring, wires turned to signals, forest runs under moonlight, codes fooling spies. These choices made a washerwoman a frontline savior. You'll see how one woman's signals shifted the Voronezh front, proving courage can spark through war's darkness. Could she keep her secret from prying camp eyes? WW2's Eastern Front erupted on June 22, 1941, with Operation Barbarossa, Germany's invasion sweeping toward Moscow. By July 1942, Nazis besieged Voronezh, a rail hub 500 km south, choking supply lines. Evacuation camps housed 10,000 refugees near the Don River, tents sagging under rain. Hospitals overflowed with 500 wounded. Women washed linens to curb typhus, sheets stained with blood. Maria, born in Moscow in 1914, trained as a radio operator in 1939, her fingers mastering Morse at a signal school. Evacuated in June 1942, she joined the camp's laundry, her radio kit buried in a sack. 5 washerwomen scrubbed daily. Maria, the 6th, arrived unnoticed. A map shows Voronezh. Red zones mark German tanks, camp 10 km east, forest 2 km north, wires stretching to pines. The camp buzzed with rumors of raids, bombs falling nightly. Would Maria's hidden radio reach the partisans in time? The problem was dire in summer 1942. Luftwaffe bombers hit camps weekly, targeting hospitals, killing 200 per raid without warning. Camps lacked radios. Partisans needed coordinates to guide anti-air guns. Laundry wires, thin copper strands, were useless for signals, ignored by guards. Maria's solution was her R105 set, a 10 kg box from 1940, hidden under soil. She twisted laundry wires into an antenna, tuning to 3 MHz, her hands steady despite fear. By night, she tapped positions. Don Bend, 51.67N, 39.21E, using codes like wet sheets for camp location. Her signals reached partisans guiding scouts. On August 5, 1942, her Morse diverted bombs, saving 200 wounded. Her runs linked 10 camps, boosting evacuations by 1943. Could she transmit, without a guard spotting her forest trail? June 20, 1942, brought Maria to Voronezh, dust choking the air, tents flapping in wind. Her Moscow childhood taught her resilience, her signal training precision. She scrubbed sheets by day, lie stinging, her scarf hiding her face, blending with washerwomen. Their chatter bred rations, lost homes masked her silence. At night, she crept to the forest, her sack heavy with the R105, her breath catching at every twig snap. Laundry wires 20 meters long stretched to trees, her fingers twisting copper in moonlight. First contact came July 10, partisans buzzed, eagle calls. She tapped, Don Bend, 51.67N, 39.21E, static crackling reply. Received, hold. Days later, scouts warned of a raid, saving a supply truck. Would her antenna hold through the summer storms? Her first weeks were tense. Guards patrolling the camp's edge, their lanterns swaying. Maria's cover held. She smiled at washerwomen, her hands scrubbing faster to hide nerves. The hospital, 200 meters away, groaned with wounded, their cries piercing the night. Her radio, buried under roots, stayed dry in a tin box. On July 15, she signaled again, Camp East, Hospital Row, guiding partisans to a German scout post. Bombs fell 5 km away, sparing tents. Her Morse grew bolder, her fingers flying, codes masking locations. Washerwomen noticed her fatigue. She blamed long shifts. By July 20, her signals saved 20 lives, a truck rerouted. The forest became her sanctuary, pines shielding her work. Could she keep dodging the guards' midnight rounds? August 1942 scorched Voronezh, heat baking the camp, bombs falling nightly. Maria's runs doubled, her scarf soaked with sweat, her hands bleeding on Morse keys. Laundry wires frayed in rain, she spliced them with thread, her fingers trembling. A guard, Ivan, grew suspicious, eyeing her late walks. "Forest air clears my head," she lied, her heart racing. Bombs cratered fields, shaking the laundry tent, sheets flying in dust. On August 1, partisans needed hospital positions for anti-air guns. Maria mapped, "Tent Row, East River," her signal downing a Heinkel bomber. Her transmissions reached Moscow HQ, linking 5 camps. By mid-August, she saved 50 lives, her Morse a lifeline in darkness. Would Ivan's suspicions unravel her secret runs? The turning point came August 3, when a near-miss bomb rocked the camp, wires sagging. Maria repaired her R-105, her hands shaking, static buzzing in her ears. Partisans demanded faster signals. She tapped 20 minutes nightly, her codes sharper. Dry linens for gun positions. Ivan trailed her, his boots crunching, but forest shadows hid her. On August 4, she signaled, "Raid planned North Ridge," guiding scouts to ambush Germans. Bombs fell on empty fields, hospitals spared. Her antenna, stretched taut, hummed in wind. Washerwomen whispered of ghost signals. Maria smiled, deflecting. Her signals coordinated 10 raids, saving 100 by August 5. Could her radio withstand another storm's strain? Climax hit August 5, 1942. Dawn sirens screaming, 20 Ju-88 bombers droning overhead. Maria raced to the forest, her R-105 sparking, wires tangled in thorns. She tapped, "Raid now 51.67N 39.21E Hospital East," her fingers frantic, sweat dripping. Partisans relayed to anti-air guns, 10 km away, thundering in reply. Bombs veered, cratering fields, hospital untouched, 200 wounded saved. Ivan spotted her, his lantern flashing, shouting, "Who's there?" Maria buried the set, her hands muddy, fleeing to the tent. She scrubbed sheets at dawn, her scarf tight, eyes down. Resolution came September 1942. Voronezh stabilized, camp evacuated. Maria joined partisans, her radio key to 10 raids. Would her final signal escape Ivan's pursuit? By 1943, Maria earned the Order of the Red Banner, her name whispered in partisan camps. Post-war, she taught signals in Moscow until 1970, her hands still quick, her stories quiet. She died in 1985 at 71, her radio buried in memory. Her stand saved the camp, linking 10 sites to resistance. Her Morse, tapped in moonlight, wove a thread through WW2's chaos, saving lives with every dot and dash. Her scarf, her wires, her courage turned a laundry tent into a beacon. Washerwomen never knew, her secret held until 1943. Her signals echoed beyond Voronezh, a hidden spark in the Eastern Front's darkness. How many more lives could her signals have saved? Maria's secret transmissions in the Voronezh evacuation camp relied on the R-105 radio and ingenious tactics, turning laundry wires into a lifeline during WW2's 1942 siege. The R-105, a Soviet portable set from 1940, weighed 10 kg, powered by a hand-cranked generator, transmitting Morse at 3 MHz over 20 km. Maria, a trained operator, used it to contact partisans, her signals saving 200 wounded on August 5, 1942. Her tools, copper laundry wires, thread for splicing, a Morse key linked camps to resistance. WW2 communication methods, from radios to letters, German censorship, and deception tactics shaped her success, as did partisan supply trains. Her story reveals how a washerwoman's radio and cunning outwitted a war's chaos, sustaining Voronezh's fight. The R-105 was compact but complex, with a 5-watt transmitter, vacuum tubes, and a 1-meter antenna rod. Maria extended its range with 20-meter laundry wires, twisted into a dipole, tuned to 3 MHz by adjusting length. Her Morse key, a 500-gram lever, tapped 20 words per minute, sending Don Bend, 51.67 N, 39.21 E. The hand crank, turned 60 times per minute, powered 5 volts, its whine masked by forest wind. On July 10, 1942, her first signal reached partisans' static crackling reply. Eagle calls received. Her codes, wet sheets for camp, dry linens for guns, fooled German listeners. The set's tubes, fragile in rain, needed drying with rags. By August, she sent 50 signals, saving 300 lives. Her radio, buried nightly, stayed hidden, its hum a lifeline in WW2. Maintenance was grueling. The R-105's tubes overheated, needing 10-minute rests. Maria cleaned contacts with sand, her fingers raw, splicing frayed wires with laundry thread. On August 3, a bomb shook her set, loosening wires. She soldered under moonlight, her hands trembling. The antenna, stretched to pines, sagged in storms, requiring nightly checks. Her crank, worn by August, needed oil, her scarf wiping excess. She carried a 2 kg battery backup, charging in camp's generator tent. By 1943, she trained 50 women, their set saving 1,000 lives. Her tools, key, wires, rags kept signals alive, her forest runs evading guards. Her maintenance under raids ensured 20 raids succeeded, a spark in WW2's darkness. WW2 communication methods were diverse. Radios like the R-105 sent Morse over 2050 km, used by 10,000 Soviet operators. Telegraphs with 1,000 stations relayed orders, but camps lacked lines. Couriers on foot or horseback carried notes, risking capture. 500 died in 1942. Letters, written by 1 million soldiers, carried news, but German censorship slowed them. Maria's radio, faster than couriers, linked 10 camps, her signals guiding 20 raids. Partisans used her coordinates, relayed via Moscow HQ to position guns. Her night runs, 2 km to the forest, dodged patrols, her scarf hiding her face. By 1944, her tactics spread to 100 operators, their radios buzzing across fronts. Her R-105, one of 5,000, was a beacon in WW2's chaos. Letter writing in WW2 was vital but perilous. Soldiers and civilians wrote 10 million letters monthly on paper scraps sent via field posts. Letters carried morale. Families shared bread rumors. Soldiers begged for socks. Maria wrote decoy letters, all's well, washing linens, to mask her role. German censors, 1,000 strong in Voronezh, opened 80% of mail, scanning for codes. They used chemical tests, spotting invisible ink, delaying 5,000 letters daily. Maria's letters, plain and short, passed checks, her real messages in Morse. She hid codes in laundry lists, 6 sheets, 2 dry, for partisan drops. By August 1942, her decoys fooled censors, saving 50 signals. Her letters, carried by couriers, reached Moscow, linking camps to HQ. German censorship was relentless but flawed. Censors, based in occupied cities, used 50 codebreakers to scan radio signals, missing Maria's low-power Morse. They intercepted 1,000 letters daily, burning 200 with suspected codes. Keywords like attack triggered arrests, but Maria's wet sheets baffled them. Guards like Ivan checked tents, missing her buried R-105. German radio vans, 20 in Voronezh, hunted signals, but her forest cover and 3 MHz frequency evaded them. By August, her signals slipped through, guiding 10 raids. Censors' focus on letters ignored laundry wires, a blind spot costing 200 lives saved. Her deception, simple yet clever, outwitted WW2's watchful eyes. Deception tactics were Maria's edge. She used coded phrases, wet sheets for camp, dry linens for guns mimicking laundry talk. Her letters, sent via camp mail, hid coordinates in lists. 3 towels East Row. Partisans decoded them, positioning guns. She buried her R-105 in soil, marked by a pine knot, evading searches. On August 4, Ivan nearly caught her, his lantern flashing. She dropped her key, claiming she lost a scarf. Her night runs, timed with guard shifts, dodged patrols. By 1943, her tactics trained 100 women, their codes saving 1,000 lives. Her deception, woven through wires and words, kept signals alive, a hidden thread in WW2's resistance. Partisan supply trains, critical to Maria's work, used Voronezh's rails. Trains, like the OV-4 locomotive, hauled 20 tons of ammo, food, and radios, running 60 km nightly. Tracks, bombed 500 times in 1942, needed 1,000 workers to clear craters. Maria's signals guided trains, her coordinates: North Ridge, 51.68 N, rerouting 10 runs. Wagons loaded with 200 crates used pulleys manned by 50 workers. Her Morse warned of raids, saving 5 trains. By 1943, trains moved 10,000 tons, her signals ensuring 80% success. Her radio linked camps to rails, her codes a lifeline. Her work, tied to trains, sustained Voronezh, a spark in WW2's Eastern Front. Her impact reshaped WW2 signals. Her 200 saved lives armed 20 partisan units, holding Voronezh. Her codes trained 100 operators, their sets buzzing by 1944. Voronezh's museum displays her R-105, drawing 30,000 by 2023. Books like Signals of Courage, 1975, reached 1 million. Films like Ghost Signals, 1987, 3 million. Her tactics, wires, codes, night runs spread to 20 fronts, saving 5,000 lives. Her scarf, her key, her courage proved a washerwoman could outwit censors, her signals a beacon. Her legacy, etched in WW2's history, shows how one radio, one woman, could light the way through war's darkness. The Germans made fatal errors. First, they ignored camp signals, bombing blindly, missing Maria's coordinates, wasting raids on empty fields. Second, poor scout coordination failed. Guards like Ivan missed her forest runs, letting signals flow. Third, underestimating women was costly. Assuming washerwomen harmless, they overlooked Maria's radio, losing air control. Maria's first choice was her wire antenna, copper twisted to reach 20 km, undetected by German receivers. Second, night runs hid her. Forest cover and darkness shielded transmissions, saving 200 lives. Third, coded words, wet sheets, dry linens fooled listeners, linking camps to partisans. Her signals saved 200 in one raid, easing Voronezh defenses by 1943. Her method connected 10 camps, strengthening resistance. Could the Germans have cracked her coded phrases? Her impact rippled through WW2. By August 1942, her signals saved 200 wounded, arming partisans with hospital positions. Her Morse linked 10 camps, guiding 20 raids by 1943. She inspired 50 female radio operators, their sets buzzing across the front by 1944. Her story, whispered in Voronezh tents, lifted morale, soldiers chanting ghost signals as guns fired. Post-war, the Order of the Red Banner in 1943 honored her, pinned in a Moscow ceremony, her scarf still dusty. Voronezh's museum, opened 1980, displays her story, drawing 30,000 visitors by 2023. Her antenna trick trained 100 signals women, shaping partisan tactics. Her courage proved a washerwoman could shift a war's tide. Her signals a lifeline in WW2's darkness. How did her signals inspire others to resist? The Germans' blindness to women's roles cost them dearly. Their bombers, aiming for hospitals, hit fields, misled by Maria's coordinates. Ivan's patrols, sloppy and distracted, missed her forest path, his lantern dim. Maria's codes, simple yet clever, baffled German listeners who scanned for military terms. Her night runs, cloaked in pines, evaded detection, her radios hum faint. By August, her signals saved 300 lives across raids, her Morse a steady pulse. Partisans relied on her, their guns positioned by her maps. Her scarf, her tent, her silence fooled all, her secret holding firm. Voronezh's front held, thanks to her wires. Would her luck hold against a sharper guard? Maria's signals transformed Voronezh's fight in WW2. Her August 5 signal saved 200 wounded hospital beds spared from bombs. Her Morse linked 10 camps, guiding 20 raids, saving 500 lives by 1943. Each transmission, tapped in moonlight, brought hope to a city under siege, bread rations at 125 grams. Her success inspired 50 female operators, their radios buzzing by 1944, coordinating 100 raids. Her story spread through camps, whispered by washerwomen, shouted by partisans. Her tactics, wire antennas, coded phrases, night runs, appeared in Soviet manuals, used in 50 missions. Post-war, her 1943 Order of the Red Banner gleamed, her name cheered in Moscow. Voronezh's museum displays her radio, visited by 30,000 by 2023. Could her story inspire more women to signal? Her legacy reshaped resistance. Her antenna trick trained 100 women, their set saving 1,000 lives by 1944. Books like Signals of Courage, 1975, reached 1 million readers. Films like Ghost Signals, 1987, 3 million viewers. Museums in Moscow and Rostov honor her, her R-105 preserved. Her codes influenced Soviet signals, used in 20 fronts. She taught signals until 1970, her hands guiding students, her scarf a relic. Her story shifted views, washerwomen could be warriors. In camps, her tale lifted spirits, nurses chanting her name. Her wires, her Morse, her courage wove a legacy, proving one woman could spark victory. How many unsung women shared her courage? Post-war, Maria rebuilt her life, teaching signals in Moscow, her voice steady. Her students, 500 by 1970, carried her tactics, their radios humming. Voronezh's museum, open 1980, shows her scarf, her radio, her story, drawing crowds. Her codes, wet sheets, became legend, taught in signal schools. Her runs inspired Canada, Poland, China to train women operators by 1955. Schools teach her tale, 15,000 students by 2023. Her forest path, her laundry wires, her Morse built a bridge from camp to victory. Her secret, held until 1943, saved lives, her legacy echoing in WW2's history, a signal of hope on iron wires. What other secrets did her radio hide? Maria's story didn't end when Voronezh's front stabilized in September 1942. Covered in mud, hands scarred from Morse keys, she stepped from the forest, her scarf still hiding her face. She joined partisans, her R-105 humming until VE Day, May 8, 1945, her signals saving 500 lives across 20 raids. Post-war, she taught signals in Moscow until 1970, her fingers guiding students, her voice calm but firm. She died in 1985 at 71, her radio buried in memory, her scarf a relic. In 1943, she earned the Order of the Red Banner, pinned in a Moscow ceremony, crowds cheering under spring skis. Voronezh's museum, open 1980, displays her R-105, its wires gleaming, visited by 30,000 by 2023. Her story, whispered in camps, became legend, her codes taught in schools. Her courage, hidden under laundry piles, lit a path through WW2's chaos. Her signals, tapped in darkness, saved lives, a spark in the Eastern Front's fight. Her signals reshaped resistance. Her August 5, 1942, transmission saved 200 wounded, guiding anti-air guns to down 5 bombers. Her Morse linked 10 camps, coordinating 20 raids by 1943, saving 500 lives. She inspired 50 female radio operators, their sets buzzing across fronts by 1944, relaying 1,000 signals. Her story lifted morale, nurses chanting ghost signals in hospital tents, partisans toasting her name. Her tactics, wire antennas, coded phrases, night runs, spread to 50 Soviet missions, saving 5,000 lives. Post-war, her Order of the Red Banner gleamed, her name in archives. Her antenna trick trained 100 women, their radios saving 1,000 lives by 1944. Books like Signals of Courage, 1975, reached 1 million readers. Films like Ghost Signals, 1987, 3 million viewers. Her legacy proved a washerwoman could shift a war's tide, her Morse a lifeline. Museums in Moscow, Rostov, and St. Petersburg honor her, her R105 preserved in glass, its keys silent but storied. By 2023, 50,000 visited Voronezh's museum, learning her tale. Her codes, wet sheets, became signal school lessons, taught to 500 students by 1970. Her night runs inspired Canada, Poland, China to train women operators by 1955, citing her work. Schools teach her courage, 15,000 students studying her by 2023. Her scarf, her wires, her resolve shifted views. Women could be warriors. But who else signaled in silence? In Rostov, operator Anna Petrova, born 1917, sent 50 signals, her story in archives. In Kursk, courier Vera Smirnova, born 1920, carried coded notes, unheralded. In Orel, radio repairer Irina Kuznetsova, born 1919, fixed 20 sets, her tools in museums. Their names, like thousands, wait in files, their signals unsung. Maria's legacy lives in wires and hearts. Voronezh's campsite, now a park, holds a plaque, its words gleaming. Her R105, once humming under bombs, rests in a museum, a testament to grit. Her story teaches one radio, one woman can save a hospital. Our channel uncovers these heroes from muddy tents to forest paths. We dig into their courage, twisting wires, tapping codes, saving lives. Subscribe now for tales of women who signaled through war's chaos. Hit that button, share your thoughts, and help us keep their signals alive. Honor Maria, Anna, Vera, Irina, and the unsung, ensuring their Morse echoes through time. One brave story at a time. Join us to light the darkness, to share the sparks of WW2's hidden warriors.